welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Daisy Budgets. If you're new here, hi and welcome. I am a cash budgeter and saver. I use what is known as a zero-based budgeting method in conjunction with the cash envelope system. So if you're interested in seeing what that looks like or what that's all about, just stay tuned. I'm going to be doing things a little bit different in this video. It's been a long time since I've done a budget with me, and the reason why I've stopped doing them on camera is because they can get kind of repetitive, and I know a lot of us who watch these videos are a lot more seasoned when it comes to our budget and how things work, but I'm also aware of the fact that we have new people joining us every day, and I want to make sure that I am also educating. Yes, this is fun, but I want to make sure that the people that are new are walking away with just a little bit more knowledge on how to better manage their finances. So we're going to start out with a budget breakdown. I have my little notebook right here and my pens. I usually have like a template that I use. This right here, this was made by me. I used to sell them at my shop. I no longer do. However, you do not need like any specific notebook or planner or anything. All of those things are really cute and fun, and that's fine. If you can afford to do that, go ahead and do that. But pen and paper works just as well. And I did it like this for a really, really long time. I actually miss it because I enjoy pen to paper. That's just kind of my thing. Okay, so this is for the last paycheck, and I already had a pen here, so I can move that to the side. This is for the last paycheck of July, so July paycheck number 5. So technically this is a magic month. So I know that you guys can't see very well right now, so I'm going to zoom the camera in. Okay, so all you're really gonna need is a pen, paper, highlighter, calculator, unless you're some sort of mathematician, and then in that case you just do all the math in your head. But I am not. I am just a regular schmegular person, so I am going to need my calculator. So first and foremost, I like to start off with creating my template. This is hand drawn, just a ruler. I add category on one side, the amount right here, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections for denominations. And this basically just breaks down the denominations that you are going to need to cash stuff your envelopes. Okay, so I always start with my variable spending. These are the categories that get me through the week, and those categories remain in my wallet. So personal spending is one of them. So spending, I usually give myself $30 of personal spending, and I do that in a 20 and in a 10. Next is my groceries. Excuse my handwriting, I do not write the neatest. I usually spend about $220 a week, and I do that in 2 $100 bills and a $20 bill. Gasoline is next, and I usually give it 50, and I do that in a $50 bill. Household, these are for things like cleaning supplies, toilet paper, stuff like that, and I usually give that $25 a week, and I am doing that in a 20 and in a 5. Next is takeout, and I give myself $50 for takeout, and I do that in a $50 bill. And miscellaneous, I give myself 20, and I do that in a $20 bill. So now from here, these are all my variable spending categories. Well, not all of them, actually. I'm missing charitable giving over here, but I still have that money in that envelope, so that doesn't need to get restuffed. So what I do here is I calculate all of the amounts. So we have 30 plus 220 plus 50 plus 25 plus 50 plus 20. That is $395. Now, the reason why I put that here, usually people use these sheets like this, just for the denomination breakdown, I actually just use this for my entire budget, because I feel like the planners and stuff like that, it gets kind of repetitive. And I understand how they break it up into sections where you're like doing your variable spending, and then your bills, your fixed expenses, and then debt if you have debt, and then your sinking funds. But I can do all of that without having to rewrite things over and over and over again. So I just feel like this is a more simplified version of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, just so it stands out, is I'm going to highlight this. And that's going to section off my variable spending. Next, I usually work on my bills. So rent, I've been doing this for 4 years, so I know what needs to be paid and how much I contribute to that weekly. So for rent, I contribute $375 weekly. That is $350, $370, and $5. $375. Trash, I have a trash service that comes $22 weekly, so I do that in a $20 and $2 bills. T-Mobile gets $46 weekly, so $20, $40, $5, and $6. Life insurance is getting $41, so that's 2 20s and a 1. Car insurance is getting $22, so a 20 and 2 $1 bills. Subscriptions gets $15, and I do that in a 10 and a 5. Power gets $55, and I do that in a 50 and a 5. And Spectrum gets $32, so a 20, 10, and 2 $1 bills. Okay, so now I'm going to add this up. 375 plus 22 plus 46 plus 41 plus 22 plus 15 plus 55 plus 32. And that is $608. And that's what I contribute to my bills weekly. Okay, so one thing I did forget to mention is my pay amount. So $1,684 is what I have to allocate to all of my stuff, right? So as I'm going along, $1,684, I'm also checking that I'm staying within budget, right? So now minus $395 and minus $608. Okay, we're left with $681. So at this point, I am moving on to my business binder. I am self-employed. My husband and I own a towing business. Plus, I have my Etsy business. And of course, my husband and I both do YouTube. So we do create and generate income from YouTube as well. Okay, so the first envelope that we are gonna allocate to in my business binder is tow book. That is going to be receiving $30, so we are doing that in a 20 and 10. Next is Google, because we do use Google ads to promote our business, and that is going to be receiving $50 this week. And my business credit card, okay, that is also going to be receiving $50 this week. Our tow emergency fund, that will get 10. Truck maintenance, that'll get 10. Toast supplies. That'll also get 10. Flip the page. I have a lot of categories, so it's a 2-page situation for me. Okay, so where did I leave off? Toast supplies. What comes after toast supplies? New flatbed. So new flatbed is gonna get 10 as well, and I do that in a $10 bill. So let's see. 130, 40, 50, 60, and 70. So $170 is the total for that. So I'm going to highlight that, and that is going to complete my business section. So we still have $681 remaining minus the $170 that's going into my business binder, and now we're left with $511. Usually at this point you can choose to allocate money to go into your sinking funds. Right now I'm actually trying something different, where instead of allocating money to go into my sinking funds, I'm putting whatever is remaining all into my savings challenges, because basically sinking funds are little savings, right? So instead of doing that, I put it all into my savings challenges, and once I complete my savings challenges, then I reallocate them into my sinking funds. Hopefully you're with me and that makes sense. But if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I always do my best to answer everyone's questions, but it's easier for me, like if you have questions and I'm going to be going back and forth with you, to do that over on Instagram. So next I'm going into my savings challenges, and the first savings challenge that I'm going to be working on is roll the dice. So I'm just going to put roll dice here, and I'm going to allocate $24 to that. And I am going to do that in a 10, 2 5s, and 4 1s. Okay. Next is my For the Love of Saving. So just Heart of Saving. And I am going to allocate $27. I'm sorry if the camera is moving. I write really hard, you guys. So I'm going to do that in a 20, a 5, and 2 1s. Next is my coffee scratch off. So we're going to do coffee, and that is getting $15. So let's see, how am I wanting to do that? I'm going to do that in a 10 and a 5. Let's make that simple. I never know what I'm going to scratch off, so I try to like vary the denominations. Cake, my cake scratch off is getting $25. And let's see, I'm going to do that in 2 10s and a 5. Okay, in my building the bag, I am up to September because I am ahead on that. So I'm going to give that 90. So we're going to do that in a 50 and 2 20s. My Magic Unicorn savings. So unicorn, that's my double-sided savings challenge cards. Let's see, $45 is what we're going to do, and I'm going to do that in a 20, 2 10s, and a 5. I would recommend for you guys, as you are going through, you see how I have $511. I've already broken down my budget off camera, so I already know what all the things are, right? I already know the amounts that I'm putting down here. But when you're breaking down your budget, usually you'd be like, okay, so you have $511. So roll the dice is getting 24. So you're going to take away 24. That leaves us with 487. Then Love of Savings is getting 27. Boom. So that leaves us with 460. Coffee, 15. Leaves us with 445. Cake, take away 25. That leaves us with 420. September is getting 90. That leaves us with 330. Unicorn is getting 45. That leaves us with 285. So as you're going along, you're deducting from your amount so that you know how much you have going on. But because I've already done this, I already know what's what. Okay, so next is my Ice Cream for Savings double-sided challenge card. Okay, and that is getting 40, and I am going to do that in a 20, a 10, and 2 5s. My Spooky Savings is going to be getting 45, and that is going to be in a 20, 2 10s, and 1 5. Lastly is my 100 envelope, and that is going to be receiving $200 today. So 2 $100 bills. So I already know that the rest should bring my total down to 0. This is going to total $511. Boom. So let's check that, right? So we know we have $1,684 to cash stuff. So minus our variable spending, which is $395. That leaves us with $1,289, minus our fixed expenses, our bills, that is $608. That leaves me with $681, minus my business expenses, or my business sinking funds, that is $170, minus my savings challenges, which comes out to $511, equals 0. That is a 0-based budget. So whatever the amount is, minus your variable spending, your fixed expenses, your bills, sinking funds, savings challenges, what have you, at the end of your budget, you should have 0 remaining. That is a 0-based budget, meaning you gave every single dollar a job to do. Okay, so at this point, what I would do, so we have quantity and total. So we already did all the math. So we know that our total is $1,684, right? So now we got to count our denominations and see how much of each denomination we have. So for the ones, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 14, and 14 ones is $14. Okay, and we're going to do that to each one. So I didn't really have to go back and count everything because, like I said, I already did my budget for this week. I have it right here. I'm just showing you that you don't need any kind of templates or anything. So doing it pen to paper in a notebook. So now to make sure that you have the right denominations, you're going to add up your totals down here, right? So you have $14 plus $70 plus 170 plus 380 plus 350 plus 700, and that is $1,684, which means you did all of this correctly. And at this point, you would fill something like this out. This is your cash breakdown. This is like a little sticky notepad. I got this off of Amazon. I believe I have this linked in the description. And then I also sell these at my shop, which are reusable. You can use them with permanent marker. Once you're done with it, you can clean it off with some rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover, and that'll come right up and you'll be able to reuse it over and over again. Okay, so we got 7 $100 bills, so we know that that is $700. 7 $50 bills, that is $350. 19 $20 bills, and that is $380. 17 $10 bills, and that is $170. 14 $5 bills, and that is $70. And 14 $1 bills, and that is $14, making the total $1,684. That way you get your exact denominations to cash stuff, and the teller really appreciates getting these. It makes their job so much easier. Okay, you guys, so from here I am going to go to the bank, pick up the cash, and we will move on to the cash stuffing. Okay, so before we get into the cash stuffing, I just wanted to interrupt the video to give a very special subscriber a birthday shout out. She reached out to me and asked me if I can shout her out for her birthday, and sis, of course I can. This is someone who always supports, so sweet, always leaving uplifting and positive comments. And so, Sister Fran, okay, her name is Arkasha Robertson. Hopefully I did not butcher that. Arkasha Robertson, happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for being such a positive light always in my community. And I hope you have a very special and blessed birthday. God bless you, sis. Okay, you guys, so I am back with the cash from the bank. We have our exact denomination. So here we should have $1,684. We are going to give this a quick cash count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 1,500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 600, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 2, 3, and 4. So we have $1,684, which is correct. Now, at this point, you would set up your money in your cash tray and move on to your cash stuffing. I, however, split my funds because I do 2 separate videos for cash stuffings. So I do a separate video for savings challenges. I know that for savings challenges, let's see, I need $511, and the denominations are right here. So what do I have? $4, $5, $6 in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is for my savings challenges. Next is my 5. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's get a nicer one there. Oh, actually, this goes over here. Okay, so let's put the rest of the 5s there. Next is my 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And there we go. Next is my 20s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is that. 50s, only 150. Boom. Okay, and 2 $100 bills. Let's get some nicer ones here. Okay. So this right here, because I know that I'm stuffing $511 into my savings challenges. This should equate to 511 if we did it correctly. So we have 1, 2, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 380, 390, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 505, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we did that correctly. $511 is going into savings challenges this week. So I'm going to put it in its own separate little envelope. And that, my friend, leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 850, 870, 890, 910, 930, 950, 970, 990, 1010, 1030, 1050, 1070, 1080, 1090, 1100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, and 73. 1173 is what we are going to be stuffing in this portion of this cash stuffing. So I'm just going to set this money up really quickly. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful to somebody. I hope it was. I feel like I am like the worst explainer of things. I am much better at like just showing something than I am at explaining something. But hopefully that helps somebody. I'm not going to do that in every single video because again, it does get repetitive, but I am going to try to throw them in every once in a while just for the new people that come in and come across my videos can see kind of what's going on and how things work. Okay, so jumping right into the cash stuffing, we are going to start off with my wallet, which is my variable spending. I do have some dollar bills right here. So this is going to go towards my dollars and daisies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8. So I'm going to put that to the side for whenever I get to that. Okay. So my first category is personal spending. That is going to be receiving $30. So I'm going to do that in a 20 and a 10. Next is groceries. Groceries is getting $210. So I'm trying to get like the ugly bills and spend those. Okay, so $220. There we go. Gasoline is getting $50. Household is getting $25. So a 20 and a 5. Takeout is getting $50. Charitable giving still has its $5 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So that's going to stay put until I find someone to give it to. And miscellaneous is going to be receiving $20 today. Okay, and that is going to be it for my wallet. Okay, so moving on into my bill binder. Oh my God, my unicorn went out. Did the battery die? Okay, there she goes in all of her glory. Okay, so rent is going to be receiving $375 this week. So 300, 350, 370, and 5. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 40, and 50. $750. And this is my month ahead binder. So what I've been doing is on the months that I have magic months, which means I get an extra paycheck in that month, I've been stuffing my bills as if it's not an extra paycheck. So now instead of being a month ahead here, I am a month and 2 weeks ahead. Because I've been stuffing during my magic months. I think the battery is dead on here. Anyway, so trash is going to be receiving $22. So a 20, 1, and 2. So now we have 20, 40, 41, 2, 3, and 4. $44. T-Mobile is getting $46. 20, 40, 5, and 6. So now it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 92. $92. You guys, I gotta get my nails done. So, well, get them done. I do them myself, actually. Check me out. I gotta get my nails done. I haven't got my nails done in forever. I do my own nails, but I wear press-ons, and I gotta do them. I just haven't had time. My parents are here. My nails are looking jacked up, grown out. I gotta find time. Okay, so life insurance is getting $41. 20, 40, and 1. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 81, and 82. $82. Car insurance is getting $22. So 20, 1, and 2. So now it has 20, 40, 41, 2, 3, and 4. $44. Next is subscriptions, which is getting 15, 10, and a 5. So now it has 10, 20, and 30. Power is getting $55. 50 and 5. So now it has $110. Spectrum is getting $32. Huh, how did that work out? 10, 20, 30, 1 and 2. So now it has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 2, 3, and 4. $64. Something seemed off for me because I think my denominations are a little bit off. Or maybe it's just the way that I'm doing things, but I feel like it's off. Did I put something extra that I wasn't supposed to? I feel like somewhere I did something. But anyway, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Stuff happens. Okay, so that's gonna be it today for my bill binder. Okay, so next is my business binder. Okay, so tow book is getting $30. Let me see if I can make some change. $20, $30, $40, and $50. Here we go. So I'm doing it 20, 30, 40, 50. So this will get 50. Okay, so tow book is getting 30. That's a 20 and a 10. Google Ads is getting $50. Truck insurance, I'm actually doing a challenge for that. Business credit card is getting $50. Emergency fund is getting 10. Truck maintenance is getting 10. Towing supplies is getting 10. And finally, new flatbed is getting 10. So now it has 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70. $170 in new flatbed. And that's going to be it today for my business binder. Okay, you guys, so we made it to the end of today's video. And if you made it this far and haven't already done so, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And smash that notification bell to be notified the next time I upload, which is going to be my savings challenge video. So make sure that you join me back in a couple of days for that, because we always have a good time with savings challenges. So go ahead and make sure that you do all the YouTube-y things, because all of that really helps my channel out, you guys. And leave me a light bulb emoji down in the comments so that I know that you made it this far into the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.